Welcome back to my channel, Reviews May Vary. If you're new here, thanks so much for checking out this video. And if you're old here, thanks so much for checking out this video. I found the Booktube Real Talk 2.0 tag. I will link the original poster, who I think the original poster is, in the comment section below. And then maybe tell you guys about the 3 books that I'm currently reading. Hey y'all. So originally I was gonna do this video that had both the Booktube Real Talk tag 2.0 and me talking about 3 of the books that I was currently reading. But then the video got really long, so I'm gonna post it as 2 videos. So I'm gonna label them part 1 and part 2 and put this little piece in front of both of them. So they might feel related because they super are related, but I'm gonna post them separately. Okay, bye. Also, check this out. At the brewery at the beer store where they make beer at a local place near me, they have these sours, which I guess is like a kind of beer that has fruit added separate. And so this one is Brucey fruit, and it has all of the different fruit flavors that go in an ambrosia salad. So it's got pineapple, mandarin oranges, coconut, maraschino cherries, marshmallow, and vanilla flavors in this beer. So, and it's super cute. So one of the reasons why I love Brindle House, which is a brewery close to me, is because their logo is this little brindle dog. So adorable. They mostly sell beer, which I don't drink a lot of, but I go for their one cider. They always have one cider on tap. So it's really cute. And I poured mine in a glass because I am bougie. But it's a Cowboys glass, so, you know, not that bougie. It's really weird. I went to get cider, which I get every couple of weekends, and I was waiting for them to change the tap on the cider that I tapped out, and I tasted this, and it was not bad for a beer. All right, so let's look at some questions. There's only 6 questions. It's called the Booktube Real Talk 2.0 tag. If you could give yourself one piece of advice when you started making videos, what would it be? I have only been making videos for about 2 months. And I think if I could go back 2 months and give myself advice about it, I would encourage myself to figure out earlier how to get the light out of my glasses, because I was watching my most recent post. I just posted it today. It was the tea and 2 books that I posted today. And that video is terrible. I just posted it today. Terrible because the ring light is really shining off of my glasses. And also my face looks really shiny. So I would probably tell myself to slow down with the lights and make sure that the lighting is good. And that's such a bit, like, don't put the lights up higher than you are would be a good tip. And also, I think when I first started, again, 2 months ago, I found myself maybe like a month and a half ago trying to really follow what other people were doing. And I think you should do research and figure out what other booktubers are doing, or whoever, you know, whatever you're going to be doing, but to just make what feels fun to you. Because if you're having fun, then other people will have fun watching you do it. I also have unfollowed some booktubers who were really popular, but like their attitude I didn't like, or like they're super negative, or they read books I don't like, or you know how some booktubers are so, like, there's so much going on in their videos, like a insert comes in, or this comes in, or like they zoom in a lot, or their voice gets really high pitched all the time. That's a lot of stimulus for me. And I was following them, or I subscribed to them because they had lots of subscribers, and it seemed like I should subscribe to them too, but I've unsubscribed to them because it was too much. It wasn't who I was interested in listening to or watching. They just weren't my people. So I would tell myself to just stick with the plan, which is to talk about things that I really like to talk about, and watch what I like to watch, and read what I like to read, and not go along with people. Burping, gonna edit that out. All right. What are your thoughts on cancel culture? I'm old. I'm not that old. I'm old enough that cancel culture doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I think it's because I'm old that it doesn't really make sense to me. I think cancel culture basically means that as a consumer group, people will decide that someone is no longer worthy, or that people are no longer going to support either a person or an album or whatever. But it seems a little bit silly to me, one, because as consumers, we do have a lot of sway and control. But it seems like most of the time when somebody talks about canceling someone else, it really just piques people's interest in the thing. And the people who say we're going to cancel them aren't the people who necessarily have the power or the following to cancel anyone. Like, even if you take Joe Rowling right now, lots of people are very much anti JKR, but there are lots of people who really feel aligned with her point of view. So I don't really get it, and I don't really have a lot of time for it. I know that I'm sure that sometime in a video I'll be like, oh, don't cancel me for this, but I'll say it kind of tongue-in-cheek and facetiously. And we never spend time canceling the things we're supposed to be canceling, like R. Kelly's career, cancel something good. Cancel the current administration instead of like other stuff. But that's just me from an old lady. Okay, next one. Do you consider Booktube to be a welcoming community? I don't know. I think so. And when I was a blogger, I was even more into it. I was doing book tours and reading challenges and all that kind of stuff. And since I've started doing Booktube, I have talked to more people again, because I'd stopped talk to more people again, started following and being followed by people. Lots of, interested mutuals in the books that I like who comment on my stuff. So it seems like it's pretty welcoming. I don't know how an industry, like how something as big as Booktube could be welcoming to every single person. It's so big, but I think you find, again, here's my theme for the day, right? You find your group, or the people who are doing what you like, and the people that you like what they're doing, and then you interact with them. And I've never had a problem across all of the platforms that I've chatted books on. So I guess the answer is yes. But maybe it's no and I haven't noticed. The nice thing about having Booktube as my hobby is that I don't have to get too in my head about it. What are your thoughts on book consumerism? That's like buying books, I guess. I buy a lot of books. All of the books on my TBR cart are purchased books. But I also check out a lot of books from the library. I think the most important way you can show your support for something is through your time and through your money. So books and theater get my time and my money, my kids, and then my pops, my Funko Pops. Today it's from Alice in Wonderland. But I think, it's interesting. I think books are expensive, and I think they're worth the money. And I think if you want people to be able to provide good materials, you have to be willing to pay them for their time. I think it's interesting that we really like to have the things we like to have, but we also don't want people to get paid for it. I think it's really hard because we live in such a capitalist society. It's not like people are going to be able to create wonderful art on their downtime all the time when they have to work 4 jobs to eat. So that's what I think about it. Buy books when you can, even if they're used books, and check books out from the library to support the artists that you like. Would you consider yourself a critical reader and reviewer? No. I actually want to become more critical. I think that a lot of my book reviews are a summary and then my general sense of the book. And then sometimes I'll watch somebody else read a book and they really look at themes, or they look at, some more in-depth analysis. And I don't want to do that all the time, but I think it would be fun to do it sometimes. But also, that feels like work, and I think I would not love it as much or as long. So I'm not jumping to do that. Take a sip. Ooh, we should have a drinking game. What kind of drinking game do we have? Every time I say the word book, no, I could be dead. This is not bad. I probably won't get it again, but it's not bad. I don't know what the thing is about coconut and why people put that in things so much. I have a lot of teas that have coconut in it. It's supposed to make things sweeter, like people use coconut as a sweetener for a lot of things. Do you take part in readathons, and what do you think of them? That's the last question for this. I do take some part in readathons. Not as much as I used to. I sign up for readathons a lot. If it's a readathon that's longer than a week, I lose track of it. So I tried to do our Lost Library readathon last month for July. And after, I think like day 7, I totally lost track of it. I didn't go back and figure out which books fit into which bingo card. I did answer all of the questions or share every question every day for the Our Lost Library chat. And those were fun questions. I think Ash from Bookish Realm put those questions out every day. So yes and no. Like Bout of Books, I've done that a few times. I set myself reading goals. Like I am doing the Read Harder Challenge. That's for a whole year. But it's kind of at my own pace. There are a couple of other ones that I've done, but it's hard to keep up with, and I think my attention span is not very good sometimes. I like to just read the books, Just read the books, man. Read the books. All right, so that was the questions, and I've been talking forever, and it was just 5 questions, so hopefully I edit some of that out. I did not have a good way to end this video since I split it into 2 pieces. So here's a little tour of some sunflowers in a field and then some bees. See you next time.